growing on this log.
This is really cool.
Take a moment to make some observations of this fungus. While observing, I challenge you to try to enhance your observation skills by using 3 scientific questioning prompts. I notice, I wonder, and it reminds me of.
You know what I like about fungus is a decomposer,
Yes, it's breaking down this log.
right? Turning it back into soil again. It's pretty cool. You actually don't see most of it, right? There's a lot of it is inside the tree itself. You're just seeing like the fruiting body that's coming out of the log right now. There's 3 things that you have to have for decomposition. Do you know what they are?
The FBI's,
The FBI's. What's F stand for?
fungus,
What's B stand for?
bacteria,
What's I stand for?
invertebrates.
Invertebrates. That could be like insects and worms and things like that, right? That are decomposers.
So the root system that we can't see is where this fungus is getting all its energy from, because it doesn't need sunlight.
Right, it's not a plant, right?
It's not a plant.
It gets its energy from whatever it's growing out of. Pretty cool.
Amazing.
And I noticed that, you know, there's 2 different kinds here, and they have very different shapes, and the colors are different.
Definitely.
What does that remind you of?
A turkey tail. And this is a bit like a shelf. Check out these decomposers I just found under that log over there.
You know what I like about decomposers and invertebrates and stuff? You can find these things at home, at school, in the parking lot somewhere, and you can make your own observations as well, right?
Yes.
Because I'm looking at these things and I notice that it has all these tiny little legs. I notice the patterns that are on it. I notice the antenna, and I wonder why it has so many legs. Why does it need so many, you know? And it definitely reminds me of, I don't know, like maybe like a caterpillar or something like that.
I noticed these guys, they're really good at walking. They're probably good at digging, all those little legs.
Oh yeah, those would be some of its adaptations that it has in order for it to survive, huh? I also, it smells like almonds a little bit. What's going on with that?
Well, one of their adaptations is they release a kind of a stinky, sweet smell to their predators to let them know that they're poisonous.
Oh, so that nothing will eat them, huh?
Yes.
Very cool.
I wonder, they're very opaque. Check this out.
Oh, they're glowing.
Their
That is very cool.
exoskeletons actually glow. And this is one of their adaptations. It tells predators, well, they are very poisonous. If you were to eat one of these, you can't eat these, Gio, don't eat it.
And they're part of the forest ecology here, right? They are decomposers, and they're helping, again, turn plant material back into soil again, which we have to have in the forest.
And there's some other types of fungus up here. They're a little dried out, so they've turned brown, but there's all different types of fungus on this branch, different than what we saw earlier.
So it's a decomposer.
Yes, and it's the mycelium that has the juices that can break down the log.
Huh, really cool. There's so much stuff in the forest right now. Like, I feel like we could just spend days out here just looking for stuff.
Definitely.
The Doug fir.
Oh, the Doug fir, I'm gonna get some vitamin C.
So the needles have vitamin C in them. So you can take one of the needles and you can chew it. Kind of tastes like a tangerine a little bit.
Hey, look at that.
If you have a yard or a playground at school, you have a place to study ecology. Investigate a tree, a bush, a leaf, an ant, a spider. There are so many possibilities. Make your observations, record your evidence of structure and functions, and most of all, have fun. You are a scientist. So we did some science today. We made observations, we did some investigations, and I want our viewers to know that you can do this at home. You can do science at home all the time by making good investigations and observations. What are the 3 things?
I notice, I wonder, it reminds me of.
I notice, I wonder, and it reminds me of. So go out there, do some science on your own, and we will see you next time. The Doug fir.
Oh, the Doug fir, I'm gonna get some vitamin C.
So the needles have vitamin C in them. So you can take one of the needles and chew it. Kind of tastes like a tangerine a little bit.